Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Ascended Casual here with probably the most important Xenoverse 2 build you will ever see in your lives. Alright? Now, I want to just go ahead and kind of kick off the video letting y'all know how my build is set up. But the main parts of this build are purification and the super soul. I'm neither Kami nor Piccolo. Alright, so y'all can obviously see I'm running the male Majin. He's max height and max skinny, actually. And that's for very particular reasons. I'm just going to go ahead and hop into the mission. So the reason why is obviously male Majins take less damage when their stamina is high, right? And obviously I picked max height to have them have the most health possible. But max skinny, a lot of people don't know this, but male Majins actually have one of the best key super damages between all the races. And y'all are gonna have to like excuse me because I'm not really that great at this game, as well as I'm not good at talking while I play, and my controller's kind of fucked up. So I'm like doing three things at once that not exactly, I'm the best at. So if I look like I suck, well, part of it is I do, and the other part is just circumstances, right? So that's a really good example to show is like, hey, if you get your stamina broke, it's not the end of the world. You have time to recover. But the main parts of this build is, like I said, the awoken skill, purification, and their super soul. And the reason why these are so important is I'm pretty sure y'all are seeing my health is regenerating like constantly. And unlike I don't have to constantly pop a buff skill. I know a lot of people use do or die, which is pretty good because most things can't stop you when you're doing it and so on and so forth. But it is still annoying to have to keep popping all the time. Really breaks your flow if you're doing stuff, and if you're running purification, you're gonna have to keep hopping in and out of the form to pop a buff because none of Kibu's moves have any buff moves or anything like that. So, or you won't be able to use purification, then you won't get the benefits of purification, which there are a lot. So going back to where I was saying that Majins actually have some of the best key supers in the game. In a side-by-side comparison, purification is actually better than every awoken skill, save for an arguably Super Saiyan Blue evolution. And where I say arguably is, yes, Super Saiyan Blue evolution does have technically a little bit more damage that it does. The thing that sucks about it in the long run is that constant ki drain. Whereas the Majin, the purification, doesn't have that issue. Alright, so I don't know if y'all had saw earlier on when I started, I did that, meditation glitch where you're constantly getting the constant key regen benefit of meditation, obviously without the constant 10 bars. That would be amazing if that glitch was still in the game, but unfortunately they patched it. But currently using that one, and if Super Saiyan Blue evolution were to use that, the best that they would get is that they wouldn't have a regen. All right, that key regen, it would just not reduce. It just wouldn't go down like it normally does. But the male Majin actually has good regen pretty much in everything. So not only is my health constantly regenerating, my stamina is constantly regenerating just by nature of the super soul and the awoken skill, but now my ki is also regenerating. All right, so right now Frieza's kind of kicking my ass, but it's no problem because I'm good. Not only do I take less damage, but everything that I'm taking while I'm taking it is getting regenerated at the same exact time. So I'm really there's pretty much nothing he can do to me. Obviously, I can't just constantly let myself get hit. I actually have to try just a little bit, but considering the fact that I suck at this game, I'm talking while I'm playing, and my controller's broken, which y'all probably see a little bit later, and I'm, finishing these at pretty much almost max health, max key, and I'm life wiping people. I'm pretty sure y'all can see how just effective this combination is, Alright? And in between each of these parallel quests or events, I can just hit a quick sleep. Or if I'm really running low, I can just do one of those quick knockbacks and really get a lot of my health back. The best thing that the computer can do is do a quick burst dash, which is going to use up their stamina, and they won't be able to do that much damage to me. And whatever damage that they do, um, is going to be constantly regenerated. So it's like basically just, nothing but a benefit. But I'm pretty sure you all just saw there, just showing me things to talk about this. The purification skills just literally link up perfectly. Like I can just literally life wipe someone's entire health bar, Exodia style, with just an easy constant string of those vanisher balls. You see a lot of these videos where people talk about how much damage they can pull off, and it's always some cool but usually complex and intricate combo and so on and so forth, where all I have to do is just my opponent be within range. I don't lock out of them or lock off range because they got so far away, and just keep spamming that vanisher ball. Like it does great damage, and all the moves combo off each other. As long as your opponent is within range and you have the key, which again, your key is constantly regenerating, as you guys can see from me, you'll be able to just keep hitting them over and over and over and over and over. Alright, so it's like literally just like a match made in heaven in every single kind of regards. I can't see how this isn't perfect, except for the fact that, if you get your stamina broken, you fall out of your awoken skill. And that's really mainly a problem in PvP, because people are smart enough to actually capitalize that. But especially on PvE, it's not really that big of a deal. You'll probably, like, as long as you're staying high enough in the air and your fall animation, the most that they'll probably do is just, like, keep hitting you with a dash kind of attack or whatever, which isn't really going to do that much damage. Well, I actually do a decent amount of damage, just for the simple fact that of the issue with, oh dang, I really didn't want Boo to show up. That's the one thing I regret, is actually getting a mentor in this thing. I hope he, unfortunately, I know it's shitty to say, but I hope he kind of dies, just so I can really show off the benefit of this build, which should be apparent. I mean, I don't need Boo. He's here, but I really don't need him. And that's the annoying thing, is that the other computer is gonna now be like, oh, okay, well, it's 2 versus 2, so it's free for all. Let's just, attack each other. If you're fighting Boo, if you're fighting whoever, then, whatever. Like, I'm just gonna just smack you in the back of the head while you're fighting. Not that it's that big of a deal, but we'll just let Boo kind of fight him for a second while we regain health, which is obviously extremely buffed, because I'm already regenerating health at the same exact time. And we'll just go ahead and stop this right now, because there's no need to just let this keep going. It's just redundant at this point. But yeah, like I hope you guys can see just like how great of a build this is. It's like I'm regenerating all my facets. I'm pretty much at the end of this mission with max health. Fat Boo will probably and hopefully die, but him being here is really more of a detriment to me, because one, he's getting in the way of my video, and two, he kind of just fucked up my combo, like so. Like, hopefully he'll die in the course of this. I'm about to lock off a Fu, since he seems to be fighting him, but knowing the computers, it'll be like, oh, well, you're fighting someone else, let me like fight them as well. Okay, so now Fu wants to directly attack me. Okay, I guess I'll just finish him off real quick. Alright, cool. Boo's out of the picture. Now I can pretty much get back to what I was talking about. So, like, yeah, like, it's, and so I'll probably try and make a video after this fight. Well, not a separate video. I'll just extend this one. You know what? Let's just do it. Kind of like going over the things in an expert battle. So, like, it's funny because I be seeing y'all on expert missions. Y'all be taking L's, and it's funny to me because, like, I am basically invincible. Like, as long as the boss isn't targeting me, like, which even if they are, I can just pop out of my awoken skill, hit the L bomber, and then they lose focus on me, and then I just get all my health back. And it's like, like, I can't be stopped, like, unless everybody else is being stupid. So, not to mention the fact that the Pearl Flash, if everybody were to play this build in expert missions, it would literally go so well, because then you wouldn't have those assholes doing, gigantic roar, which I don't know if a lot of y'all know, basically makes it so no attack can hit the target, what's it called, at all, while that animation's going on, and it's actually over the enemy. So you're basically kind of like fucking up everybody else's damage that they could be getting while you're doing you think you're doing a lot of damage, but it's nowhere near as much damage as you could be doing with something like this. Everybody likes to use ultimates, and they're flashy and so on and so forth, but when you really look at the numbers, a constant string of super attacks, like equal amount of ki does way more damage than what a 1 or 2 ultimates could possibly ever do. So I'm about to beat Jiren, like, I don't technically have full health, but I could have probably just stopped and knocked him away and kept healing. But you guys get the point. Like, there would have been no way anyone could have possibly killed me in this entire mission. This is one of the, I would say, harder missions, just for the simple fact of how long it is if you didn't have, this this build. So for me, it's nothing. It's easy as crap. I know I was gonna make it through all the way, but if you didn't have this constantly health regenerating, it'd be pretty hard and pretty much damn near impossible to finish with max health. So we'll go over to an expert mission. I'll do probably the hardest one, one of the hardest ones. Let's say the Broly one. That's one that people find pretty hard, and you guys can see right here my controller spazzing out. That's what I've been dealing with. So give me a second while I very carefully get to him. There we go. But yeah, like the Pearl, the Vanisher Ball combo, it's just basically infinite. So if everybody was doing it, we'd basically be able to keep the boss in a constant combo loop. It does a crazy amount of damage. This is actually one of the preferred moves to be using in a raid battle. It doesn't stop anybody else from hitting the boss. And this overall build will keep everybody alive. No one has to pick anybody else up and waste time or so on and so forth and do that. We can all just stick to getting our max damage so we can, get those items, or for you people that like the artworks, or, customized characters, customized mentors, and so on and so forth. So, just gonna sit back and just do this. And the other benefit to the male majin is, hey, that the other the other best super soul, it's Fuse, I can't remember what it's called. It's like something like can't wait for this experiment again, or let's begin the experiment, something like that. Like that super soul is extremely good, but the biggest problem is the need for health. So hey, oh, and here's a good thing. So, fudge, the controller messed it up. But normally, you can actually outrun a Pillar Storm just with your charge. If you hit the key thing, like when you hit your dash and then hit the key thing and do that, you can literally just outrun the Pillar Storm altogether. So, and here's the finale. So, usually on the one that I have the Fu Super Soul on, I have the skill, Android 21 skill, the finger blast. I can't remember what it's called. That can just basically push this thing away, but it was never going to be an issue for me to push it away anyway. So boom, ultimate finish, complete max health, no issue at all. It took me no time at all. So really, you can just see how useful of a thing this build is, how basically just unstoppable. I see so many videos claiming immortal, unstoppable, tanky builds, but like none of them compare to this. The ease of use, the just sheer like unstoppableness, and everybody's always trying to use like either like a Namekian or a majin with but none of them get the same benefits as this. It's really just a match made in heaven all ways around. All right, so tell me y'all what y'all guys think. Tell me if there's like, hey, there's a super soul you missed, or that would go perfect with this, or something else that I haven't thought about. Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, other than that, please, like, I think it'd actually be a benefit for everybody, the entire community, if we all just, I mean, there's no point to use any other build in PvE at least, or raid battles, than this one. PvP, I get it, you get bored, you want to play your characters, play your cool combos, and do your fights. But PvE or raids, there's like literally no point in using anything else other than just sheer boredom. But if you're trying to finish something, then this is literally the build. I like, anytime I play any of my other characters and I want to get a costume or an item or a skill or so on and so forth, and I want to make sure that I actually complete it. Other than the protect me missions, those are like just difficult in general. I mean, you'll survive, but since it's more than just you surviving, that it's still kind of hard. But if I'm trying to get something done and survive and be max health or not have to struggle at all, like, the male majin is the way to go. All right, well, with that being said, I'll catch y'all guys in the next one. Peace out.